Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're rediving into a story that feels like it is straight out of a movie, a musical mystery that took over 300 years to solve. Imagine this: two incredible pieces of music, hidden away, their composer unknown for centuries. But now, the secret is out, and it's a big one. These long-lost works were written by none other than the master himself, Johann Sebastian Bach. What's even more fascinating is when he wrote them. This wasn't the mature, established Bach we often picture. This was a teenage Bach, a young music teacher in the early 1700s, already bursting with genius. These pieces, now officially catalogued as BWV 1178 and BWV 1179, were recently performed for the first time in 3 centuries. And where did this historic event take place? Inside Leipzig's St. Thomas Church, the very place where Bach is buried. Can you imagine the atmosphere? The sound of his youthful music filling the air in his final resting place. So, how did this all happen? Researchers actually found the anonymous, undated manuscripts way back in 1992, tucked away in the Royal Library of Belgium. But just finding them wasn't enough. They had to prove who wrote them, and that's where the real detective work began. For over 30 years, Peter Wolny, the director of the Bach Archive in Leipzig, painstakingly collected clues. He described it as putting together a puzzle, piece by piece. He found about 20 different pointers that suggested Bach's hand, but the final, definitive proof was elusive. The biggest challenge was figuring out who had copied the music. The handwriting on the score was a mystery. The breakthrough came when Wolny's colleague, Bernd Koska, found an old letter from 1729. It was written by an organist named Salomon Gunther John, who claimed to have been one of Bach's students. The handwriting looked similar, but they needed more. Finally, they tracked down an even earlier court document written by John. The handwriting was a perfect match. This confirmed that John had copied the music directly from Bach around the year 1705. The puzzle was complete. Wolny said he's now 99.99% certain these are Bach's compositions. So, what do these pieces actually sound like? They are chaconnes, a musical form built on variations over a repeating bass line. But, in Bach's hands, it's so much more. Wolny calls the works highly individual and complex. They contain signature Bach techniques, like weaving a single theme into a fugue, that were unique for that time. It's the sound of a young prodigy, flexing his creative muscles, experimenting with ideas that would define his entire career. Think about it, the sheer joy and raw talent of a young Bach, before he became the legend. The music world is absolutely buzzing about this. Canadian pianist Angela Hewitt called it an amazing discovery. She noted that while the style is clearly early Bach, the imagination, grandeur, and sheer joy in playing are all there in abundance. Germany's culture minister even called it a world sensation and magic. It's not just a historical footnote, it's new music from one of the greatest composers of all time. The Dutch organist Ton Koopman, who had the honor of playing the pieces for their modern debut, believes they will become a regular part of the organ repertoire. He made a great point, saying, "We often think genius only arrives later in life. But with figures like Bach or Mozart, it's there from the very beginning." This discovery is a powerful reminder of that. It's a direct link to the creative fire of a young master, hidden for over 3 centuries and now shared with the world. What an incredible story. It just makes you wonder what other treasures might still be out there, waiting to be found. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into music history, please hit that like button and subscribe for more stories like this. See you in the next video.